Y'all know what time it is. Love Next Door episode 3. I have finished watching the episode. If you have not finished it, bro, why are you still here? Because we about to talk about some stuff. Again, Love Next Door episode 3. Let's get into it. So I started in the middle of the episode because I got to get this off my chest immediately. We're in a flashback. This was him back in high school. He made the Korean national Olympic team for swimming, and he's walking his way to the facility to train, right? But do you see the subtitles and what it says is happening? Car accelerated can only mean one thing. Truck-Kun! Truck-Kun has made his way into our K-dramas. This man done ruined his whole future. Now, don't worry, this is a flashback. You know, he ain't take a perma L, but he could no longer swim after this accident. He was on his road to recovery. His dad, who is a doctor, told him like, hey, if you rehab, you'll be able to walk again, but you should not swim at a competitive level anymore. It'll be too much for your body. So in a quick blink of an eye, literally, this man was going from a potential gold medalist Olympic level swimmer to never being able to swim again. He lost his entire dream, and this is important because this whole episode was built around what do you want to do? What are your dreams, and are you willing to compromise your dreams with reality? That was the whole overlying theme of this episode. Okay, now flash back to the beginning. They're having a family morning breakfast, which I don't know why, but the dad and the son, they kind of seem like they're cool with each other, but it seems like both. I have a weird problem saying both. I think the TH just does something to my fat tongue. Pause on that. But both of them seem like they have an issue with the mom. Like, they both really don't want to interact with her, and they both asked her, when are you leaving again on your assignment? And the son mentions that he's asking because the mom doesn't like to stay in Korea for long periods of time. So maybe the fact that she doesn't like to be in Korea is putting stress on the husband and the son. Because again, their dynamic, for what it is, seems fine, but it just seems like they both don't really bang with the wife/mother. This is such a weird family dynamic. I genuinely can't wait to dig more into why they seem so like estranged with each other. Okay, now this kind of pissed me off, but for a personal reason. No reason y'all would guess, but I'm gonna tell y'all. They're digging for a time capsule that they planted. They said they would open it 10 years later. It's been longer than 10 years. But the point is they're digging for it because he's thinking whatever's written in here will kind of give her more inspiration to follow her dreams again, because he recognizes that she's at a point where she's kind of stuck, because that was him when he lost his ability to swim. So in his own weird kind of way, he's trying to help her without outright saying it. The reason this pissed me off is because back in elementary school, I don't remember what grade I was in, 4th, 5th, 6th. It's one of those 3 grades. We also dug a hole and buried a time capsule for the entire class. The problem is we never opened it. And that was circa 2003. At the max, it was 2003. That's when I graduated elementary. Now y'all can kind of guess my age based off of that. So it was somewhere between 2000 to 2003. Bro, I can't just go to my elementary school and be like, hey, somewhere between these 3 to 4 years, I was in a class and we dug a time capsule and buried it here. Is there any chance we could dig up the entire playground and find that? Bro, I'm so pissed that I'll never get to open that time capsule and see what young me wrote. What were my dreams back then? Low-key, I think my dream was to become a bakery shop owner, because back then I loved the idea of making jelly-filled donuts. But again, this pissed me off because I know there's a time capsule out there somewhere, and unless I strike it rich, buy the school, buy the land, and dig up everything, I'll never be able to find it, bro. I can't tell them like, oh, I think I was in 4th grade, this was my teacher. Maybe it was 5th grade, this was my teacher then. Like, it just pissed me off because I know I got one and I can't dig it up like they doing. Low-key, just me being jealous. Back to the episode, though. He might just be the most interesting character in the series. Again, he's gonna be side couple B with homegirl that's the paramedic. She's in there because she kind of looking at him. She remembered the back of his shirt. And later in the show, she says that this dude, this random person that helped them clear the way to get this kid to the hospital, is her ideal type. And then we find out later in the same episode that he literally just moved next door. She doesn't know it's him. She also doesn't know this dude is the same dude from episode 1 with the drunk dude. But the romance between them, once she sees, because I already know how it's going to happen, she's going to see this shirt in his room somehow. You know, they live next door. I'm sure they're going to get close. She's going to be invited over for like drinks or something to repay a favor or whatever. She's going to see the shirt hanging up and realize, I love this guy. And he is already crushing on her. The way he sent her rice cakes to her job was like, first of all, he a smooth mother effer, you feel me? He sent rice cakes and said, hey, you thought I wouldn't get in contact with you. And then put her whole name on it. Let her know off rip. He interested and he's a man that follows up on his promises. If he said he gonna do something, he gonna deliver. That's a player move. I'm invested in the couple that's gonna become them. Okay, and also it looks like this was them in the flashback again. This is after his accident. You know, he's in bed, kind of going through the struggles of realizing he'll never be able to swim competitively again. It's been a month since that accident, and he hasn't talked to her in that entire month, so now she's kind of taking it upon herself to help him. She a real friend, and also this scene lets me know that back in the day, she did care for this man. This is past childhood friendship. She literally set up a ladder because he locked her out originally. She climbed up stories to break in just to try to help this man recover through the accident and through going through not being able to swim competitively again. So there's feelings involved. At least there were back then. I don't know if she still has those same feelings. And honestly, same with him. I think he has the same feelings, but this is true friendship. And also, this would have been the moment where I think they probably would have fell in love with each other. Probably. Okay, now this is the last thing I'm gonna talk about. She can't swim, so stuff happens. He's teaching her how to float and all that stuff, and they're asking each other hypothetically. You know, she says if he could swim, would he stop being an architect? He's like, nah, I wouldn't. I like being an architect. So he asks her, would you go back to Gripe, the company she used to work at? She says no. He's like, okay, well, what about your engagement? If you can go back in time before you broke it off, would you get engaged to that dude? And she goes no. And all of that don't really matter much about what I'm about to say, because why this scene is my favorite scene of the whole episode is because it flashes in the water stop line, and then after stop line it flashes start line. And I think what that symbolizes is both of them saying what they said, like, no, I wouldn't go back, that's their stop line. This is where that ends. Because I have a new dream. At least he does for sure. But the architect, she's going to find the new dream. So that symbolizes that with every stop line you come to, you reach a new starting line. You may not recognize you're at the start line yet, but you're at the start line and you're just waiting to go. And I thought, like, and a lot of people probably didn't catch that, or maybe I'm looking too deep into it. Y'all tell me. But that's the way that I took it. Every time you reach a stop line, that's metaphorical for life. Every stop line is just a new start line you're unaware of. And bro, that hit me hard because I went through the same thing, you know, a while ago. It's been years, maybe 6-7 years ago, where, you know, I came to a stop line. I had to take a break, kind of find myself and everything, discover a new dream. Finding a new dream is hard as hell, by the way. Have you ever sat down and asked yourself, what's my dream? What do I want in life? It's a hard question to answer out the blue. But when I found out that new starting line I was standing at, it was just waiting for me to go, bro, I took off running. So that's symbolic. This hit me to my core. Every stop line is just a start line you're not aware of, bro. Take that to the bank. Good episode. 9 out of 10 episode. 9 out of 10.